Well, welcome to Virtual Event Youth Opportunities Group. Like I say, we're doing this today because we can't attend a face-to-face session with yourselves at the job center. So majority of you may have logged in today, so through the job center, and some of you may have come externally as well. So if you can wait just 1 or 2 minutes, just to see if we will have any more attendees on this live event, and we'll get it started. Okay, thank you. Well, hello guys. I think we did enough now. We've got quite a few logged in. If there's anyone else coming in slightly later, I've got my colleagues who will send a message out to them. So welcome on today's event. As I've mentioned, it is a virtual event youth opportunities group. Now, normally we'd come to the job centre to present this to yourselves in your local job centres. Obviously, most of you guys are from around Birmingham. Some of you could be from Chelmsley Wood or the North Solihull, as it's called these days. Well, what we do normally, we would go through a few slides telling you what the services that we provide for you. We'd interact with yourselves, you'd ask a few questions, and we'd obviously answer face to face. Unfortunately, that's not the reality these days. We've got to do this modern workplace aspect. So I'm delivering it from my own home today, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably sitting in your own homes now. But the bottom line is we still need to be out there working. We still need to think about our careers, maybe even training that we want to go into. Well, today's event, as we've called it, is an opportunity. It's not an obligation, but this Youth Promise Plus project is a voluntary service for yourself, So I'm hoping we can convince you in the next hour or so to join ourselves. There's some great opportunities available through our colleagues and partners, and there's some big names that work with us under one umbrella with Youth Promise Plus. I don't think you'll get this out there in another project at this day and age. We've got Princess Trust, which I'm sure everyone's heard of. I'll have my colleague Saab, who'll join us in a few minutes, obviously, after I finish talking to yourselves and giving you a presentation of what we do in Birmingham City Council. We've also got a few things we're going to mention about University Hospital Hub. So with the NHS workers, if you want to be in the front line, be that, the hero for everyone really at this current day and age with this COVID-19 coming along. There's great opportunities with them as well. Again, my colleague Saab will talk about this for you. And we'll talk about travel training through Solihull Council. So if you live in Birmingham or even Solihull, I'll give you a bit more information regarding that. And then one of the most important reasons that you're here today is because obviously, you want to find work. And if you feel you're not job ready, you want to get into that training program or you need that support, we will go through that with you today. So it's going to be all there for you. Okay, so just bear with me. I've got my colleague William, who's going to be helping us with the technical aspect of it. So obviously I'll be coming in and out of the slides, just letting you know if there's anything that we can share with yourselves. And most importantly, I've got my colleagues Sadia and Tara, who's also helping us with any questions that you might have. Okay, so first and foremost, a lot of you guys may have not used Teams before, so I'm just going to go through some slides with you. So welcome today. Just bear with us a few minutes while we do this. Thank you. So if you can put on the virtual event plan for today, please, William. Right, as you can see, so while we're waiting anyway, there are some vacancies I'll share with you as well at the same time. So I've mentioned about you guys coming on board today. So if I can just show you the next slide, which is the plan for today anyway, and just introducing a few of my colleagues and partners that are going to be working with us. Right. Well, first and foremost, Birmingham City Council, we work on the Work Ready team. So I'll go through some bits and pieces with yourself in a few minutes. Obviously, this third itinerary on there is Princess Trust, talking about the services they can provide for you. Not just jobs. You know, they've got many things that get into programs that they can talk about. And as I've mentioned, they'll also talk about working with University Hospital Birmingham and some opportunities that they have with them as well. We've got our colleague Birmingham Youth Services that will they'll be able to help you for anyone up to the age of 25. But obviously with Youth Promise Plus, we work from anyone from the age of 15 to 29 years of age. So I just want to give quick mention to Birmingham Career Service as well. That could work with anyone up to the age of 19. Okay, so don't worry, there's everything available for yourselves. If you think I haven't covered something, I'll give you the address just in a few seconds time where you can actually contact us directly. Okay, and as I say, I'll talk about Solihull, what they can offer, and the travel training, which I'll mention in a while as well. Now, I've got my good colleague from previously, John SISK, which is B, coming on board. Now, you can Google this. John SISK is a big construction company that's working. It's got a few projects at this current moment running, even in Birmingham. It used to be the tallest tower outside of London, which is 42 stories, being built just on Broad Street. But I think that's been taken over now. But again, B can talk about this with you in a while. Okay, and lastly, as I say, please use the question, like I said, the chat box to interact with us by asking questions, and we'll try our best to get back to you at the end. Hopefully we'll have about 15-20 minutes to cover them. If we don't, we'll get back to you with an email. So, and as I say, you got option to put your email address down or name down. Thank you. Right. Okay, William, if you can go to the next slide for me, please. Well, before we do the quick tour, I just wanted to give a bit of disclaimer. Today's event is being recorded. Anyone that's come on the live event, you can ask questions. There's two options on there. You can put your name down or you can ask anonymously. I'm hoping if it's a specific question, ideally if you can put your email on there, it's not going to be shared with anyone else. It's just more for us really. And the event is being recorded for my purpose really, so I can share with our partners for quality and compliance as well, so we can give a better service to yourselves and others that may join in the future. Okay, right, the quick tour about Microsoft Teams. I'm sure a lot of the youngsters out there like yourselves, you know, you're okay with using such platforms. Well, I had to teach myself to use this because I can give you my age, I'm 43 years of age now. You know, technology is not the best thing, but I love technology. You know, this is the reason, you know, we're overcoming the issues that are happening out there by going through virtually talking to you live right now. So come on, it's a great thing. You know, I'm not going to say it's a negative. It's not. It's great. We just need to learn to use it better. So if you're using Teams on your phone as an app, you can use the chat bubble on your right-hand side. So if you just tap on the screen, top right-hand side, you got chat bubble, and you'll have a question mark on it. You can click on that, and you'll take you to just like a WhatsApp screen where you can type in any sort of messages. And as I say, if you please be mindful about the types of message you put on there. I've got colleagues who are monitoring the service, so if there's anything that might not be appropriate, they will delete it. And obviously, you know, we will get back to yourselves, or we will dismiss you from the group itself as well. So please be mindful of that as well. Now, if you move your cursor around on your laptop, if you're using a laptop, you will see that obviously, you know, a menu will come up in the middle. Again, you've got a chat box, you've got video, and you've got mute as well. You can use the chat box to talk to us through that as well. Now, at this current moment, as I say, if there's anything at all, interact with us. William, if you can go to the next slide for me, please. Well, as I've mentioned about our today's meeting etiquette, if you can use the text box, that's great. Any foul play will lead to dismissal. If you need to leave early, now, I'm sure some of you guys might have some technical issues, or you've come on today and you've already spoken to your work coach, or you put it on your journal, you've got something else on, you need to go. Well, I'll give you the details in just a moment so you can contact us directly. And again, you can actually leave a message on the chat box. So please do so. And as I say to you, we'll get back to you. If you are having any technical difficulties, just try logging back out and log back in again, you know, and we can always go through it again with yourself through email. Okay, William. If you can go to the next slide, thank you. Here you go. Now, how to get in touch with us? There's two options. You can email us on yog.birmingham.gov.uk, or you can actually go through our online service, which is www.birmingham.gov.uk/PPS sign up. Right. So we've got this for you. I'm sure Sadia or like I said, Tara will put this on the chat box itself as well, so you can copy and paste that to your phone or your laptop. So Tara or Sadia, if you can put that up for us, please. These two contact details for our audience so they can get back to us. Thank you. Right, William. So if you can go to the next slide for us, please. Now, the reason you're here today, I wanted to share some vacancies. It's like a little taster for you, okay? I haven't got all the information on there, but look, I work on the construction aspect of recruitment and admin aspect. So we've got some great opportunities that are coming up. This is what I mentioned, John SISK will come on in a while to tell you about what opportunities are going to come up directly from them. Right now, we've got a position as a glazier. You know, this is to do with working on tall buildings, you know, putting up glass front sheets. Obviously, you won't be put on straight away on there. If you're okay with height, if you're okay with hard work, grafting, you know, in all weathers, going up those lifts, this is a great opportunity for youngsters like yourself. Yes, okay, the apprenticeship scheme, the pay is at apprenticeship level, but it's not too long before you can earn over 10, 12 pound an hour, you know. But you're just getting a foot through your door. It closes on the 31st of this month. It's there for you. Seriously, get in touch with me with CV if you got your CSCS card and you've got, you know, you've worked in construction or even residential sort of areas where you are aware of health and safety, which is very, very important, and not afraid of hard work. Well, this is for you, okay? So get in touch with us. Right now, obviously, we're trying to deliver on behalf of GWP, which is the job centre itself. They're busy. They're very busy right now, and they're recruiting for work coaches and other administrative duties as well within Job Centre. My colleague Sadia is leading on this, so please get in touch with us. We've got a company named GoTrain who is delivering a program, bespoke program to do with helping you apply online for those vacancies. I mean, if you tried applying for any vacancies on civil service, you'd see, you know, it's quite difficult, and some people may not have the right skills to be able to fill in that form. GoTrain can help on that. They can also help with basic skills if you're worried about your basic skills and other aspects of, you know, getting ready or becoming job ready, really. All right. If you can look at that slide and you'll see there's obviously HS2 coming along. There's also all these construction companies and building Peri-bar residential unit, potential Commonwealth Games coming up. You know, Birmingham is going places when it comes to construction. Now, there are many companies out there who are training providers that are delivering CSCS card training, construction gateway training through our West Midlands Combined Authority budget. There's also adult education budget. You know, if you're one of those guys who are digitally, you know, active in terms of, you've got your digital innovators, we've got programs that are, you know, available for you to go on. So, like I say, get in touch with us. If you don't want a job, get in touch with us for training. If you want a job, we can talk about this as well. This is my next bit. So William, if you can play the next slide, sorry, if you can go to the next slide. Thank you. Now I'm going to show you a video. Okay, now this is about the success stories about you guys. You know, we're passionate about helping young people like yourselves get onto that right track. I mean, I've been working on welfare to work programs for almost 14 years. And some people do ask, you know, there's some great opportunities that come up. Why don't you go for these? And what? Look, I enjoy my job. I enjoy my job because I'm trying to build a future for you guys who's going to help us when we get older, you know. So it's really, this future is being built for you, but selfishly for us as well, because you'll be helping us. So, you know, this video was done pre-COVID-19, so social distancing wasn't followed. So I'm hoping if you guys get on board and, you know, we can create some good news stories for you as well. And these videos will include yourselves. So please have a look. Just listen into it more than watching the video. All right, thank you. William, if you can play that for us, please.
Are you 16 to 29 and looking for a job, a training or education opportunity? Do you live in Birmingham or Solihull? If the answer is yes, our one-to-one service can help you.
We work with young people who need that extra bit of support. We can help them look at their movement to education, training and work.
They gave me interpersonal skills, helped me build up my teamwork, my confidence. I have a job now thanks to them. I am going to college soon, in like 2 months. I'm going to study what I really am passionate about. I'm going to study game development, and I'm finally going to be able to do my GCSEs. I feel overall happy and better than I ever thought I would.
My advisor, Abdul, came in and told me about the program, and I was pretty much sold on it from then. They helped me like rewrite my CV and made it stand out, and they got me the interview, so I wouldn't be here without them. I think this is the best job I have. I'll recommend it to anyone.
There's lots of other things we do outside of employment for the young person to ensure that employment it can be sustained.
I'm a single mum. I've been single since she was born back in 2016. I've been in care. They've helped me boost my confidence. She's helped me realise that I can get a job.
We'd like to help you to look through your options. Youth Promise Plus wants to speak to you.
And as I mentioned, sorry guys, so I'm just trying to say to yourselves there, if you are worried about COVID-19, you're anxious about going out there to work, what we can do obviously is we can talk about travel training in a little while for you. So I know you didn't hear that 2 seconds ago. I was just trying to repeat what I've just mentioned to yourselves. All right. So William, if you can put the next slide up for me, please. Right, so perfect. Now, what do we have to offer? I know I keep going on about the Work Ready team. Right, I've got my colleagues Sadia and Kuldeep who are available to assist with yourself, including myself, on the Youth Promise Plus program for Birmingham City Council with anyone that feels you're job ready and you want to go into work. So the very first one, health and other personal support that we've got available for you. We can support you if it's just minor things that you're concerned about, but we've got other people available through our colleagues such as Princess Trust. We've got CGL, Choose to Change, Grow, Live available to help you. University Hospital Learning Hub, which is based right next to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital itself. All right. Travel and other expenses. Now, in between now and you registering with us, if you feel as though you've got a job interview coming up, please speak to your work coach through your Universal Credit Journal, and they can help you on an individual basis, obviously. So I don't want to say that it's available openly for everybody. Please talk to your work coach and they can assist you on that. Now, helping with building confidence, that is our forte. As I say to yourselves, we've got Birmingham Youth Services, Birmingham Career Service, ourselves, Solihull Council, Princess Trust. Need I say more? We're all here to help you. And every one of my colleagues will say the same. We're passionate about what we do. That's the first and foremost, the reason I'm here to tell you guys. And as I say to you, coaching and mentoring, we will go through this with you, even when you're in work. And if you feel as though, look, I'm not sure about if this is going to be enough for me to go on to be able to work. So some of you may be living in supported living. The rent could be over 220, 240 pounds. If you go into work, you'll be responsible for that. We can work with you. We can do in-work benefit calculation, and see where we can go from there. So we won't just put you into any sort of vacancy at this current moment. We will look at ways, the environment that you need to be in, the pay scale. We will look at all these things in a holistic way. Now, training and work opportunities. This is where some of you guys may want to get some training on board before you get into work. And some of you might be finding it difficult getting work because you've got your CSCS card, you don't have any experience, employers not too happy. Well, I've got companies available, like Broad Street, for example, where the Hyatt Hotel is. They're building a nice project there, which is HMRC building. Now, they give 5 days of work experience for you on site. There's agencies there. You can get yourself into work while you're there within that 5 days, and it has happened. Okay, right, I'm not going to talk too much about this anymore because I have mentioned enough about what we do. CVs, if you feel as though you don't have a CV, we can help you with that. And as I mentioned about gaining skills and qualifications. So, William, if you can move it on to the next slide for me, please. Thank you. Well, I've mentioned about the COVID-19 staying safe. Now, that is our main priority nowadays for yourselves as well, especially young people coming on board. You may be anxious about getting on the bus or, public transport. You may be worried about, okay, how do I get to this work venue, wherever it might be? Well, I'll go through this with you in a while. We can provide support. It's more of a handhold service really that we can provide for you, whether it's virtually, and if you're okay, we can discuss about meeting yourself. I think from August, a lot of the public service, our Birmingham Career Service, Youth Service will be available for you locally as well. So we can look at ways to work with you. For example, one of the last pictures, if you see on the bottom right-hand side, you probably have to sit at home virtually talking to your employer. There may be 2 people, even 3 people sitting on the other side of the screen. You still have to dress well, you still have to sit in an area where you're going to get good Wi-Fi, good internet links. So, we can ensure that you're prepared for this as well. All right. So, William, if you can move it on, please, to the next slide. Right, guys. Okay, how to get in touch with us? I'll repeatedly mentioning this to yourself is because of the fact that you might have lots of questions that you want to ask from what I've just covered. Or it might not be even enough for you because I may not have covered something that you have a query about. So please get in touch with us through those 2 means. The email address is there for you, yog@birmingham.gov.uk, and also our online service as well. Okay, right, if you can move on. I'm hoping that our colleague and partner from Prince's Trust will be able to come on and tell you a bit more about it. So William, if you can move on to the next slide for me, please. Right. Saab, are you there?
Yeah, hi.
Hello, Saab. Right, I think they need a change from me right now. So if you want to obviously mention about yourself, so I'll just put you on live on there for you, okay?
Brilliant, thank
Guys,
you.
I'll come back in 2 minutes, so please listen to what Saab has to say. Thank you.
Okay, just checking everyone can hear me before we start. If you can't, you just put it in the comment boxes, that's fine. But hi everyone, my name's Sabs. I'm from the Prince's Trust. So Prince's Trust is a partner with Youth Promise Plus project, and we support young people not in employment, education or training into employment, education or training really. So I'm a Prince's Trust executive and I work on mainly focus on working on a one-to-one basis to support people into employment and looking at like employability and really boosting their skills to get them into employment or training or courses. So before I start going on everything about the Prince's Trust, I just want you guys to have a think about like your goals. Where do you see yourself in 2 years' time? Is there like a specific job or sector? Is there a course that you want to complete? Any training? If you feel comfortable or confident to, you can share that in the chat box. I think it's good just for you guys to visualize where you want to be and see how we can support you to get there really. So I'll give you guys a few minutes if anybody wants to share anything. But otherwise I'll start, just give you a bit more information about the Prince's Trust. So we're a leading UK youth charity and we're set up by His Royal Highness Prince Charles. We recognise that everyone's at a different stage in their journey and require different types of support, so it really is youth focused. We're here to create opportunities, open doors, and unlock your potential, really. And so in order to do that, we provide different courses, mentoring and support. And I'll go through in a bit more detail shortly some of those and what we've got coming up. So I think just really recognise and emphasise that whatever you guys want to achieve, Prince's Trust along with Youth Promise Plus are here to support you. As Abdul has mentioned, and I'm sure you're all aware, coronavirus has impacted our support, but you know, we've adapted. We're still up and running and offering remote and virtual support. You know, we've had lots of different events. We've got some of our programs which will give you more information about that are still running virtually. So I'd say, you know, if you're still not comfortable, you know, coming out, our centre's not fully open yet, so you can still be working on yourself, boosting your employability skills and looking into getting into work from home. So I'm just going to go through some of our programs. If William could go to the next slide, please. Oh, one more, sorry, I've already done that. Oh, one more, sorry, it's the next one. There we go, perfect, thank you. So I'm just going to go through some of our programs that we're offering right now. So our Virtual Explore program, these are split between employability sessions and personal development sessions. They're online and they run 1 to 2 times a week. They cover things such as interview skills, looking at CVs and application forms, finding your direction, looking at confidence and self-esteem. And so that's just one of our programs that you can get involved with. We've got our virtual Get Started, and these are 3-day short programs to gain new skills. You can virtually meet new people. We've got one coming up, for example, which is Get Started with Creative Thinking, to really showcase your creativity and use different art forms to raise awareness about real life issues. We've got our Enterprise program. So this is for people aged 18 to 30. You might have a business plan or a strong business idea, and we run weekly information sessions just so you can hear a bit more about getting involved with our Enterprise program. And if you are interested, there's a 2 to 3 day program where you'll learn everything you need to know to set up your own business, HMRC, budgeting, everything that you need to know. And if you do choose to continue, you'll get the support of a business mentor for up to 2 years to help you launch that, really. And I've got a few more programs that I'm going to give you a bit more information about, but we do run weekly welcome sessions just so you can hear a bit more about Prince's Trust. You might have any friends or family that are also, you know, wanting to hear a bit more about us. So this is every week that you could get booked onto one of those just to hear a bit more about us. And we offer one-to-one support, as I've mentioned before, and this focuses on employability, so looking at your CVs, applications. We recognise that sometimes, you know, you might have a dream job, but you don't know how to get there, or you don't know how to apply, or even the right jobs aren't coming up. So we're really there to support searching and applying for those. And we'll do those through some goal-setting activities and personal development plans. So it's really good if you guys, you know, have a bit of an idea of where you want to go. And I saw in the comment box earlier that someone was interested in graduate support. So we offer graduate and progression mentors. So it's a minimum of a 6-month commitment, but you know, you're really looking to progress and you need that extra support, really. We've got a wide range of volunteers with years of valuable experiences in different sectors and businesses, and they'll be really there to support you. Also, we've got coming up is our Google IT certificate program. So, you know, if you're interested in starting a career within the IT sector, and you must be motivated and willing to commit a minimum of 4 to 8 months on average, but you'll learn everything about IT, customer service, and gain a Google IT certificate. And if none of what I mentioned interests you, or, you know, you might have already got a job or already lining up, we offer funding, so a development award. So until you reach your first paycheck, we recognise there might be things that you might not be able to afford, such as travel to work, vouchers for uniform or smart clothes, DBS checks, equipment, ID. You just need to be 16 to 30. You don't need to be registered with the Prince's Trust. You just need solid evidence that you're about to start employment or training. and we're there to support you. You might already be involved with a different Youth Promise Plus partner, but we can offer you the funding to help you get there to where you need to be. If we could go back a slide, please, William. Oh, sorry, can we go back 2 slides then? There we go. So you can find a lot more sorry, one more slide forward. There we go. So you can find a lot more information on our website. We've got a coronavirus support hub. There's a lot of free resources accessible for all. There's no strings attached. We've also got a jobs board on our website. You can find a bit more about us. There's lots of useful resources in terms of professional skills, business tools, and with a focus on employability. So I'd say, you know, if you're interested in finding out a bit more about us, definitely have a look on our website there. Yeah, and I'll just give you a bit more information on University Hospital Birmingham now, if that's okay. So if we go, yeah, there we go. So we've got a University Hospital Birmingham programme coming up. So I'll just discuss the eligibility if it sounds like something that you're interested in. So you need to be within the Birmingham and Solihull area, aged 18 to 29 and not in any employment, education or training. You need to be comfortable with coming in face-to-face because the taster day is online on the 11th of August, but our actual programme, which is running from the 17th to the 21st of August, you need to come to the Learning Hub that Abdul mentioned, I think is by Queen Elizabeth Hospital. So this is clinical roles only, so if you're interested in a healthcare assistant or any of those similar roles, I'd say it's definitely for you. You'll receive employability support, learn a bit more about the hospital visions and values, get support with NHS jobs and applications, which is specific, you know, to the NHS. It'll be a really valuable insight for you, and you'll also receive some mock interview support. And really, it's the training that you need ready to receive. There's some more roles being released in August, September time, so going onto this programme will really help make sure that you're ready. So if you are interested in that clinical aspect and healthcare assistant roles, I'd say there's definitely something to, you know, get some more information about and get involved with, really. So yeah, just to finish off, I guess it's just your time to start. Something starts now, really. I'd say don't let coronavirus, the impact of coronavirus, get in the way. You know, Princess Trust, Youth Promise Plus, we're all here to really support you into wherever it is you're looking to go into in terms of employment, education or training. I know there's been a lot to take in. It's probably a lot of you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, but if you are interested in hearing more about us, go onto our website. You can book onto a welcome session. If you have any questions, I think we're doing questions at the end. I can also leave my email address if that's helpful, but I'd really encourage you to sign up to the YPP project.
Well, thank you, Saab, for that. See, that's a lot of information to take in as well. So again, you know, everything is available to you, as I've just said, in a holistic way, not just through Birmingham City Council, but a great partner, which is Princess Trust. Now, obviously, Saab and myself mentioned about the NHS opportunities that we've got available. Peter, who sits on the Learning Hub, we can provide you with information for him directly. So if you want to get in touch with us, please do so. So as I say, it is NHS opportunities for any clinical aspects, but there would be other things as well. So, you know, you get in touch with us. So if I can put you across to Peter, who sits in the Learning Hub at the QE on the other side, like I said, you can always arrange something to go and visit him as well, because last conversation I had, you know, he's actually in the office. Again, social distancing will be followed by them, obviously. So if you feel anxious about going all the way across there, we can arrange that for you by discussing it on a one-to-one basis. All right, William, so if you can put the next slide up for me, please. I know it's right. So as I mentioned, NHS, University Hospital Birmingham, we will give you a bit more information regarding that, and especially Saab and Princess Trust colleagues can also help. So if you can go into Birmingham Youth Services, just wanted to mention something about this, William, if you can put it on the next slide. Now, a lot of you guys might be familiar with this. Now, there is Birmingham Career Service, which is available to anyone between the age of 15 to 29, but anyone over the age of 29, sorry, 15 to 19, my apologies. Anyone from the age of 19 to 25, Birmingham Youth Service is there for you as well. Not only can we provide this service, they're in your community. As I mentioned earlier, I've heard on the grapevine that the careers centres, youth centres are going to be opening soon. Depending on which area it is, obviously, we haven't been notified which ones are going to be opening, but they will be in August, hopefully. So it's not too long to go. All right. Again, if you got any queries, please put it across to us and I'll get my colleagues to answer for you from Birmingham Youth Service or Birmingham Career Services. Right, William, if you can go to the next slide, please. Just wanted to quickly mention Solihull Council. Some of you guys might be accessing it through North Solihull, which is Chelmsley Wood, and you might be from Solihull area itself, because our project is postcoded. So in terms of whether you're eligible or not, we have to do postcode checks. But the next thing I'm going to talk about, if you can move to the next slide, William, it's to do with independent travel training, right? So anyone living in the B postcode, we can get you to speak to some of the guys from Solihull project, like I said to yourself, and they can help you to plan your journey. If you are anxious about getting on that train or getting on that bus, seriously, they will plan it for you. In terms of travel support, I did briefly mention, if you come onto our project, we can help you with that as well. Okay, if you can go to the next slide, please, William. Right. As I mentioned, they also deal with the same aspects as we do in the Birmingham area. They will look at everything that in terms of your safety first and foremost, which is paramount. They'll try providing training, guiding you through the, if you feel you're not job ready, they will provide that for you. So it's a very much similar, mirroring what we do in Birmingham in Solihull. Next slide, please, William. Right. Obviously, my colleagues weren't brave enough to put their mugshots on, but we've got our colleagues from Solihull. So just to give you an idea, because they couldn't come on board today to discuss these with yourselves, they wanted to introduce themselves through, obviously, through pictures, so you can familiarize yourself with them. If you were to meet them in Chelmsley Wood, they've got a job shop there, which hopefully will open soon. You can go and access this in the shopping centre, and obviously you'll see some of these guys will be there. Or if you wanted to go over to Solihull, they'll meet you in Solihull as well. Okay, William, if you can move to the next slide, please. Who is eligible? Well, as I mentioned, same as us, 15 to 29 years old, you have to have right to work. But a lot of you guys are coming through, obviously, job centre referrals, you will be claiming benefits. But some of you guys, or you might have some family and friends, not in education, employment or training. We're interested in talking to these guys if they fall into this age category. If they don't worry. Again, we've got programs that we can refer them to. For Birmingham, we have Pure Project, we've got WOW Project for ourselves. And again, seriously, even with Solihull, they will have something for everybody if you want to go into work or training. All right, so you have to be living, obviously, within the postcoded area of B. Solihull, I'm assuming, would be 1991, with Birmingham, obviously, other postcodes as well. So it's going to be Birmingham or Solihull. Thank you. Right, if you can go to the next slide, please, William. Now, this is just summing up what I've just discussed, really, about travel training, about what we can offer in terms of Solihull Council and ourselves. Right, if you can go to the next slide, please. I've got my colleague B, who I'm hoping, waiting anxiously to talk to you guys from John SISK. B, are you there? Right. Again, as I mentioned about modern technology, I'm assuming she can't actually get onto the program itself. So what I'll do is I'll just go through on their behalf of some of the opportunities that they've got available right now. So what we've got at this current moment, obviously, as I mentioned, the Motor Tower that's being built. So if you can go to the next slide for me, please, William. Okay. It looks fantastic. I've actually gone to the site a few times myself as well. I don't know if you know Broad Street very well. You've got the Lee Longlands furniture shop, and next to it, they had a small space to build something. But obviously, this is going to be more for a residential aspect of it. But what I hear, they're going on the first floor. They're going to have a running track. It's the only of its kind in UK at this current moment. Obviously celebrating the Commonwealth Games coming up soon, so it'll be a full running track on the first floor itself, and 42 stories. It is the tallest tower at this current moment.
Hi, Abdul.
Oh, B, are you on? Okay.
Yeah, apologies. I think my system just completely crashed on me, so I loaded back in again.
Oh, that's perfect. It's okay as long as you've come back on again. Well, I've tried discussing it with the guys about what you're offering. But listen, you can take over from now on. So
okay, perfect.
Give me 1 second. I will put you on the live account.
Okay, so hi everybody. I don't know how much Abdul's gone through. My name's B, and I work for a company called John SISK and Son, and we're currently at the moment constructing a project on Broad Street, which is a 42 tower building. Do we have that first slide on up or? There we go. Okay, so if I go through the project with yourself, and then we can go through, we've got some opportunities which we go through with Abdul previously anyway. So it's a £184 million project, which has already started at the moment. It's due to open around the Commonwealth Games, which we have had a little delay because of the COVID situation, but we did remain open through this process. And I think that's the main thing I want to highlight is with construction, it's such an amazing industry that we majority of the construction sites did remain open through the pandemic. So job prospect for this is quite great. With the building, I know Abdul did say, as it stands at the moment, it is the tallest tower. Nothing has started to start constructing for another one. I know there's something coming up in another couple of years. We will have a 62 tower coming up within Birmingham. So the industry for construction within Birmingham, as you guys will probably already know, is growing. So it's a good industry to get into. Can I have the next slide? Is it? Can I have the next? Thank you. So just we've got a few fun facts on here. Just to give you a highlight on actually how tall it is. It's a building which is the height of roughly about 31 double deckers. As tall as the London Eye, if you guys have seen the London Eye or been on it. And the amount of concrete which is poured in it is roughly filled about 15 regular size swimming pools. So that gives you a height of and an understanding of the building. And that's mainly about Mercia there, which is currently happening. We within our organisation, we're quite strong believers that we want to support the local people within our building and get them jobs within Birmingham. So we work quite closely with Youth Promise Plus and Birmingham City Council to see whether when we have vacancies, to pass them over. And I know Abdul will probably share them with you guys probably a bit later. And that's it, really. Was there anything else, Abdul? Does anybody wanted to ask any questions or?
Well, I was going to say we will have some questions and answers hopefully in just a few ticks. So thank you, V, for coming on today anyway. And
yeah, apologies, a bit late there. Had a few network problems.
No, like I said to you, listen, I love technology, but the issues comes with it as well at the same time. So what can you do? But look, it's making us interact like this at this current moment, So it's great. I can't complain.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And
thank
if you
guys.
can hold on, obviously we might have some questions for you as well.
That's
all right.
Fine.
So,
no worries. Thank you.
So guys out there, if you're listening, so if you can, please ask questions. Like I said, look, we've got some great opportunities within Birmingham coming up through with John SISK and many other partners and providers as well. All right. Okay. So what I wanted to go through this current moment with yourself is just a bit of summary, really. So what we've got available for you. So we've got the Work Ready team under Youth Promise Plus, who can work with you from the age of 15 to 29. And we've got Princess Trust, we've got University Hospital Hub, we've got obviously likes of employers like B, as you can see, and she was only given like real short notice to come on board, but I'm really grateful because you guys can get some information from first hand here. So please ask questions. And there are many other opportunities for you guys. I mean, coming up soon, hopefully there'll be lab technician provisions coming up for the HS2 program. There's also obviously a public guardian who's coming up with some vacancies for administrative work within call centers, and work coaches I've mentioned to you right now. Obviously, Job Centre is really busy regarding the furlough that's still coming to an end, regarding all the things that are happening at this current moment out there. So please, please, please get in touch with us. If you feel as though we haven't covered anything today, and again, it's a voluntary program. There's no obligation for you to just because you may have written an email to us. We will get back to you. And if you feel as though you can't get back to us directly, please get in touch with your work coach. There will be a survey that will come up after this. Obviously, my colleagues from Birmingham City Council, we will send this out to you. So please, just let us know how we can improve for other people next time. Okay, my face always looks serious on this video. I like to talk to people face to face, and unfortunately, as you can see with the situation, I'm in my own home trying to interact with yourselves. But again, we come with experience. My colleagues come with experience, and we can pass this on to you. And like I said, to build a future for yourselves, in turn, will be helping us when we get older, so we can trust in these modern workplaces right now. And we're trying to adapt to this modern workplace with this technology. As you can see, it has its ups and downs. Again, you guys have a career to build on. You guys want to earn a living, and you want to stand on your own 2 feet, and we're here to help you through this one umbrella of Youth Promise Plus. Okay, right, I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to ask Tara or Sadia. Have you had many questions at all, Tara or Sadia?
Hello, Abdul. Yeah,
hello, Tara.
We've had some really good questions. I'm going to start with the last one first. We've just had somebody ask, and B might like to answer this one. Are John SISK vacancies advertised on the National Apprenticeship website or on the employer website, or where can the information be found?
Hi Tara, can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely, B.
Perfect. Any apprenticeships are advertised through BCC for starters, and if they are apprenticeships, they do also go onto the apprenticeship website as well.
Thanks. That's super. So basically, we can give you that information. So if people want to get in touch with us, we can give you the information. There's no pressure from us to join the project. We just think we can help you. So, also we can pass you on the information we spoke about today, because actually it's your interest we've got at heart. So just contact us for anything follow up today. Okay, and then we've also had questions. We had a general question early on to say, is this project, is our support just about volunteering opportunities? Well, hopefully this whole session has helped show that in fact we offer support right from sort of confidence building, mental health support, right through to training pathways and job opportunities. So and the great thing about the project is that we haven't got a limit to the amount of time we can work with you. So it can be, quickly if you're looking for something straight away, or we can work with you for a bit of time if you need that bit of time to develop and gain the skills and potentially qualifications that you need to move forward to where you want to go. And then I think the other questions are directed to Sabs. In terms of, there was a really lovely comment. Somebody said, I love Prince's Trust, and obviously people have got experience of Prince's Trust out there and really appreciate the work that Prince's Trust do. There's also a really important question. How old can you be in relation to Prince's Trust support? I've answered in the chat, Sabs, to say most of the support is available up to 29 years old because of the relationship with Youth Promise Plus project. But do you want to pick up on that, Sabs?
Yes, that's okay. Thanks, Tara. So we support up to the ages of 30. So we say we start from 11, but that's normally our in-school work. So it's probably around 15, 16 to age 30. As Tara said, because, we work with Youth Promise Plus. Some of our programs mean that, you need to be between the ages of 15 to 16 to 29. But we do offer one-to-one support up to the ages of 30. So, if you're very much looking to get into employment and it is just that employability support that you need, yeah, we offer that to the age of 30.
Okay, thanks, Sabs. And I'm just checking the chat again. Yeah, okay, so I think we've covered everything there. And so thank you to everybody who submitted a question during the session.
Thank you, Tara, and thank you, Saab and B, for answering those for us. Right, William, if you want to go into the next slide for me, please, because obviously a lot of the guys may want to get in touch with us. I know we've put a few reminders of our email address as well as our site that's available online. Right, guys, like I said, there will be a feedback. Please be as honest as possible about today. The only thing I can say to you, and I'm sure you'll reflect from my colleagues as well, I'm repeating it again. We're passionate about helping you guys through these difficult times, which is COVID-19, which is, you know, this government affecting everyone's life around here. A lot of you youngsters might have direct question about, look, I'm having to compete with people that are coming on board who've got way more experience than us. Well, this is where we're, you know, here to signpost you for employers like John SISK that are coming on board to help you youngsters. You know, Youth Promise Plus is here for yourselves. Now, there is some experiences, you know, that we've got with employers which you can put you forward. Sometimes it might be that you need to match your environment to the experience. I mean, everyone wanted to be a warehouse worker not too long ago, and there isn't many warehouses left in the inner city. You have to go to Hams Hall, or you have to go to the other end of, I think, Junction 10, where M40. So you have to be a driver. You know, if you want to get on the bus to be able to get to the Hams Hall or Junction 10, they're different kind of buses, so you wouldn't be West Midland Travels, you know. So it can add up. So these are the experiences that we've got. Our colleagues can pass on this information to you. And as I mentioned, Princess Trust, which is on board with us, you know, they've got wealth of knowledge about these things, about getting into programs that they've got available for you, especially virtual programs they're running now. Seriously, I can't say enough. So please do get in touch with us. And you know, as I say to you, thank you for today's attendance, really, for those guys who have come on board, and thank you to my colleagues and partners that have come on board as well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As I say, I always look serious on this video, but I am smiling constantly through this because I've really enjoyed myself today, and I'm hoping to do many of these through this virtual events. All right, thank you guys. Thank you again.